Sri Vidya is not so narrow that item-wise it needs to be taught. Multi-dimensional levels mein mantra works. Whole gamut of knowledge is just shifted from his brain to my brain. What power they have in their eyes and what power they have on their tongue, what they speak turns out to be true. These sages hide their blessings. They never, openly say what they do or what they did. And for a while he looked deep into my eyes. Then he said, now you go back and read the book again and let me know. Amazingly, so I thought this dharana from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra called VPT, shorter, will help you to understand the Titi Nitya practice with a greater depth and dimension. Again, those who are not initiated also, independently also if you practice, this will help any of your spiritual practices, your meditation, your pranayama, your dharana, your dhyana, your asana oriented practices, everything gets immensely benefited. So because of this multi-dimensional benefits, I thought I would impart this knowledge to you all. Just a small story before I really start this. One day, my Mysore Gurukul, I call him Rasa Gurukul, right? He called me over the phone and from Mysore and told me that he wanted 3 books from Vedanta Book House here. It is very well known for spiritual books, Vedanta Book House Center. So can you buy and bring it to me? He asked. I said, okay Gurukule, I'll bring. I went and the book was not available. Then I had to place the order and then it took some time. Say about 1 week's time to collect the book, and then I really rushed to meet him. Then I placed the books in front of him. One was Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, the second one was Shiva Sutras, and third one I am not sure which was the book. Picked up the book and just he flipped through the pages like this. Oh, okay, you have brought it? Good, good. Then he flipped through the pages and then kept it away. The table. Then there was a question mark on my face. So he said, actually I wanted it for some research paper that I was writing, and I wanted to refer these 2 books. But now that work is over. That research paper, the work over. So I don't need these books anymore. So with blessings I am giving it back to you. Take it back. I was really sad. Then Guru Guru said, why are you so serious? There is nothing to be serious about it. I have seen the book now and given it back to you. It's for you. It's yours, he said. Nothing like that. And after that we had some normal conversation, and then when I came out of the house and we are walking towards coming back to Bangalore, my husband asked me, both of us had gone together, did you understand what he did? I said, no, I only know that I am very sad that Guru Guru did not accept the book. He said, just by flipping through the pages, he blessed that book, gave it back to you. I really don't know whether he wanted it for his research paper. It was just a way of saying, because these sages hide their blessings. They never, openly say what they do or what they did. So my husband said, it has come back to you with a blessing. You will understand why in course of time. Then after some time, couple of months, 3-4 months afterwards, one day suddenly Guru Guru asked me, are you reading the Shiva Sutra? I had been reading, but I never told him that I am reading. Then since he asked me, I felt that there must be something very significant. I said, yes, Guru Guru, I am reading, but as long as I am holding the book and reading, I feel I understand. And then when I close the book down, I feel nothing has gone into my head. Feels very complex. Oh, is it so? And he became very silent. Then he said, what about Vijnana Bhairava Tantra? That is very entertaining, but many of the dharanas are very difficult to understand. It's highly esoteric and tantric, right? Very mystical and mysterious. So same is the case with this book also, I said. Oh, I see. Is it so? And for a while he looked deep into my eyes with a smile. Then he said, now you go back and read the book again and let me know. Amazingly, whatever, wherever, whichever page I read, because they don't have a single connection. Anywhere you can read. They are all sutras. This is what a Sri Vidya Guru can give you. through drishti. I have written all this in my book. How gurus make use of their drishti, what power they have in their eyes, and what power they have on their tongue. What they speak turns out to be true. They are all siddhis silently residing in them. And they are always the masters of the siddhis. They never run after siddhis. So I realized what Guru Guru had done by imparting this knowledge of Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. So, like Titi Nitya Upasana, it was not taught like how I am going to teach you all. It just came in silence. It's so very hard for the mind even to understand what I am saying. I know. It comes in a flash and then you have to work on it. It's hard work. But whole gamut of knowledge is just shifted from his brain to my brain to simplify the matter I am telling. And that happens only when they mind and when they really want to give. And the question comes, why? Is it given to everyone? If it is given to somebody, why? They look at the larger purpose while blessing any disciple. See, you can approach your sadhana path in different ways according to your karma samskara vasana. It is the same mantra Guru gives to everybody, but it works individually at different levels to different people, and it continues to work in you, the same mantra at different levels as the time passes by. So, it is very idiotic to think that one mantra is over and we move on to the next mantra. The purpose of that mantra is finished because our mind is trained in this modern education. LKG mein kuch padho, then you drop everything and then come to the second one, third one. Like there is no interconnection, it feels. But in spiritual practices, it's not so. Whatever you learn is yours and it's always connected to the next phase of your spiritual evolution. That's the beauty of it. So for each one, it works in different ways. The same mantra, when you take and do the mantra, japa, it works in a different way. Say for example, now Kameshwari, Nitya. And then some of you have moved on to Bhagamalini. And some of you, the third one, fourth one, fifth one, like that. It's a heterogeneous group. Crossed. What is yours, Dr. J, your mantra, Nitya? Which Nitya mantra you heard? Sarva Mangala. Okay. So last but two. But even though he is in Sarva Mangala, the 13th or 14th one, he is still expected to practice Kameshwari. So the dimension of Kameshwari, when it is given to you, keeps evolving until your last breath. So it's not that you do the first mantra, drop it and go to the second, like that. There is no dropping business. Even if you drop, it doesn't go anywhere. So I always suggest that at least 3 times you should do Kameshwari, then do the next one, three times, and the latest one, 108. So that ultimately we are talking about energy. Mantra ultimately works in you as energy, Shakti. So that evolution of these 12 energy centers is continuous, non-stop, unhindered, always supported by your practice. And I remind you that you are dealing with a live wire charged with electrical particles and lightning. So you cannot play with the mantras. When you do the japa, that particular energy starts residing in that particular part of your body. That's what we are going to learn today and tomorrow and day after. Of 16 Titi Nityas, and supported by these 12 successive stations of energy, because it makes you understand what Titi Nitya practice is all about. That's why I said both of them are complementary. So ultimately it is awakening the Kundalini Shakti. Why we should not address the Mother Divine as Mother, but she should be addressed as Shakti. This is one of the reasons. When you say Mother, you are limiting her, branding her. The concept of Mother, the first significance is among all the relationships, the relationship with the mother is the closest to each individual, each human being, whether man or woman, where you feel that kind of an openness. And as a child, you have total trust in the mother. As a child, you never question whether your mother is going to feed you food or not today. Does it come to your mind? As a child, it never. You are all the time busy playing, and then when you are hungry, you remember the mother, and the mother is ready with the food. So the Divine Mother is also associated with these qualities. So when you do this Shakti Upasana, the mother aspect of it gives you a very good emotional support to all of you, by which you start going through a wonderful inner transformation. You may know, you may not know in the initial stages. Your heart chakra starts evolving. Sri Vidya is not so narrow that item wise it needs to be taught. Multi-dimensional levels में mantra works.